Hi, my name is Andrew Kinney. I'm a Social Security lawyer. That's my focus of my law practice. I've been doing this work over 20 years. This is Social Security 101. What I decided this year is to go through Social Security step by step. There are videos before this, and I intend to make videos after this to explain the process, take the mystery out of it, and also, ideally, help people understand it better if they're unsure about it. There are political thoughts that Social Security is flawed. Well, there is no handout in Social Security. In fact, quite the opposite. People wait while they're unable to work, sometimes up to 2 years, waiting to prove the obvious. So we're going to turn this around and have us talk about, with the Social Security disability benefits and SSI benefits process, what do your doctors and other people do to help you? So when Social Security goes through your application, reconsideration, your hearing, appeals counsel, they're ultimately going through your medical records, your treatment notes. How well your doctors and other people you meet document what's wrong is key. They can identify what's wrong, but how bad is it? The severity or the level of your limitations is key to a Social Security claim. So, in answer number one, how do doctors help? Well, when they're doing an examination, the best way they can help, one, is to do it. Let's say you have diabetic neuropathy and your feet have problems. Each appointment, it's important that your doctors not just acknowledge that you have neuropathy or ask about it, but they actually do an exam and confirm how far the neuropathy is going up your legs, using that example, and they write it down. The documentation you doctors have can go further, as I alluded to in a previous video. You can ask your doctor, can you make sure my medical records are clear, not just what's wrong with me or my symptoms, but make sure it's clear about how I'm limited. How does a neuropathy keep you from standing, walking, carrying objects? The idea here is that your doctors can really help by documenting the truth of how you're limited, because that is precisely the area that Social Security looks at. Social Security guessing how you're limited based on the problems you have. If you have MS, they're guessing if you're coordinated or not, or how bad your fatigue is. Well, your doctors can document how bad your fatigue is in that example. I mention doctors here because I'm talking about medical doctors. Unfortunately, chiropractors help a lot of people in our experience, but Social Security does not put much, if any, weight on their treatment notes. So even though you're treating with a chiropractor, and that's important that Social Security get those records, they may not carry much weight for the Social Security process, just heads up. We also have nurse practitioners working with doctors. Social Security is coming around, as they have for the last decade or so, and understanding that they're the ones that might help you more than the MDs themselves. A nurse practitioner for mental health might help you more than a psychiatrist that does medication management, for example. Well, you have doctors that are helping you. Make sure to see specialists when you can, if you need them within your ability with your insurance. Others can help too. You have the nurse practitioners, non-MDs. You have psychologists who are very good at documenting the details of an anxiety disorder or depression, for example. But all through all this, not only documenting what's wrong, but giving details about how you're limited and also observing signs. For instance, a psychologist can observe that you have trouble with anxiety by certain behavior. The idea here is that a psychologist is getting feedback that's objective, what they see, and also subjective, what you're telling them. But all these relationships here are key to having Social Security understand whether you're disabled or not. So hopefully this helps here as to who helps you get approved and how the evidence works to get you approved. I will emphasize at the end of this video that if you can work and your doctor says it's okay that you should work when you raise this question, I would follow their advice and work as long as you possibly can, because working gives you, one, more coverage for disability benefits, and two, might allow you more benefits or a higher monthly amount if approved. Work always pays more benefits in Social Security programs, so with your doctors or professionals' advice, work as long as you can, and when you can't work enough, then you go and hopefully Social Security will be there for you. Thank you.